2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A view of the Atlanta skyline and all the action below it. And David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 slot. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Herter in at the point guard position. The shot's good. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the Hawks. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Here's Collins, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And he elevates with a slam dunk, and Brook Lopez did not like that.
One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim.
Now here's Giannis. He had 13 points in the win against Boston.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
And he makes that one.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Got a fast start for the Bucks. Looking for their first basket of the game. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now, here is Young. You saw him with 29 points last game. It's deflected. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Young dishes to Hunter. Here's Herter, guarded by Holiday. Capella with the bucket.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
There's Capella following the bucket by the Bucks. Herter, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And the Hawks with possession. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Young's shot is good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee, down by 12. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
Young against DiVincenzo. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
The Hawks leading by 10. Lob pass to Capella. Taken away by Holiday. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Sometimes it's a real trick bag trying to guard Antetokounmpo. I mean, his skill set in build and length and athleticism draws a ton of fouls.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Drew Holiday. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. 3-on-3.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Snell kicks to Okongwu. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them. And, guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Good on the bucket.
Continuing to improve as a passer. Bryn Forbes impressing as a distributor there.
Here's Snell. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And so... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
They got Tony Snell. Bogdanovich out there with Gallinari. Then it's Williams. And it's Okongwu in at center. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Holiday against Williams. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Williams has got his first points of the game.
You know, defenders like to try to get physical with Williams. I'll tell you what, his strength belies his size.
Atlanta leading by 7. Here's Snell. No points in the game yet for him. Back to Gallinari. And that'll be 2 free throws. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Snell, the pass to Okongwu. Five to shoot. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Antetokounmpo against Gallinari. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in, and Milwaukee also making a switch. Forbes checked in. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 4 this quarter. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. And let's check out a group of shooting guards that have been doing some dirty work inside lately, averaging the most rebounds per game at their position over the last 10 games. You take a look at DiVincenzo, one of the game's best, second in the league.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a 2-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
And that's why it takes that unique combination of agility and instincts to make your way onto that list. Those guys have a terrific balance of the physical and mental aspects of the game.
And they pick up 2.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Hey, you know, in the age of analytics, there's a ton of talk about player efficiency these days. And as we can see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight, his efficiency, extraordinary.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Here's Giannis. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
Young outside. He kicks it to Capella. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Ford. Tipped back in for 2.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Bucket is good. Young's got 6 points.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Antetokounmpo up top. He's guarded by Collins. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Connaughton.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Young dishes to Collins. Shot clock at 6. Young inside.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, I love how fast Antetokounmpo gets to the basket. One of the most mobile guys in the game.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Collins against Antetokounmpo. And Young, here we go. Down low. Here's Collins. Back to Capella, who's back up. Misses at the rim. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. We look at John Collins and see the amazing. And that's going to do.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward position. Antetokounmpo. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. Here's Capella, and it's sent back by Lopez. Now here's DiVincenzo. Defense right on him. Lopez finds Giannis. And Lopez throws it down.
Man, what a special player Antetokounmpo is, sharing the sugar there. The vision he showed, nice job finding the open man.
Young inside, defended by DiVincenzo, and the dunk by Capella.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. That one doesn't drop.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Young's shot is off. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And Giannis is a beast, the Greek freak, a dominant player on the offensive end. You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe. Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Passes to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man. And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And that one drops. Giannis has got 23 points.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Young looking it over. In the corner, it's Capella. To the middle, it's tipped and stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Antetokounmpo, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent an infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Antetokounmpo. 1:30 left in the third. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Here's Middleton. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Portis has got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks?
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
No good. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
Forbes can't get it to go.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
The Bucks have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Middleton for 3. Milwaukee. No good that time either.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Williams attacking. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Williams has got 6.
Quick off the dribble. Gets a step on the nearest defender. Bye-bye, says Williams.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Hawks lead by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Clint Capella. Gallinari is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Young, and it's Williams at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. 6 on the shot clock. Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Outside Holiday. He can't get that one. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Shots good from Young.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Holiday against Williams. The kick out to Holiday. The Bucks working the ball around. 16 feet away. Middleton can't get it to go.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Capella over to help. DiVincenzo with it. Williams picks him up. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Holiday. And that one, good.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Right side, Collins. Pass to Herter. It's Young on the wing. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Holiday kicks to Giannis. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. Young with no one around. Good on the 3-point shot. Young's got 9 points here in the second half.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
Good.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Middleton against Young. Good on the shot.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. And the three off target.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Young against Middleton. Young, good. Young's got 19 points.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Hawks.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And this victory tonight will even things up in the season series, one apiece. Consider it repayment for the last time these two teams met. They get their revenge here with 2 more left to play on the year against the Bucks.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Trae Young.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
In the corner, Collins with it. A 3-ball. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. 9-point game. The putback, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe. You know, based on the response of the fans, I'd have to say they disagree with the officials on that one.
No, it's pretty clear. I mean, they're letting them know just how much they disagree.
Shoots. And it's good one in the corner. Can't connect. And so the Hawks take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did it. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
My Career Story. Welcome Ty White to 2K TV.
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing?
All right, so I have to ask because I think this is pretty cool. Next Gen is out. The graphics are insane. Have you hopped into My Career Story and played the My Career?
I haven't played it because I know the whole story. I know I shot the whole thing. I haven't played it. But what I've been doing is I've been stalking everybody's review.
And as they...
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Howard. Green is out there with Harris. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Curry in at the 2 guard. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. When you look at the regular season, Chris, was there a part that was more difficult, the start or the end, or maybe somewhere in between?
I would say it's somewhere in between because the physical toll, is felt most down the stretch. But you get a time to refresh and renew and get back to it.
And Simmons slams it in.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
Outside Holiday. Three-pointer. Cans it from downtown.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Simmons. He had 22 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Seems like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Giannis against Green. Lopez passes to Holiday. Here's Middleton. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
The noise didn't really seem to bother them. In fact, it appeared to make them sharper and play harder for each other.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
And they had to scrape and claw to get the win the last time these two teams went head-to-head. It came down to a few key free throws at the end.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He had 13 points in the win against Boston. Banked in off the glass.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you? Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Mike Scott's checked in for Howard. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
2 free throws coming up, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Maxey. To the inside. Here's Harris. He's off on that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
But you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
Here's Maxey following the bucket by the Bucks. And the rebound goes to Lopez. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. He gets it in there. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Maxey passes to Scott. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. The kick out to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Second shot opportunity. Here's Lopez. He hits it from 9.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here's Maxey, guarded by Holiday. Now Milton, who's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. Korkmaz. It's good from long range.
Great decision, great find. I mean, draws the double team and passes out of it to create the open look.
Here's Giannis. He's got 9. The dish to Lopez. Comes up empty down low.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
In a high-scoring first quarter, both teams really filling it up. Bucks lead by 2. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup this side, just keep pounding it in there.
Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Outstanding presence of mind. Howard is as dependable as it gets near the rim.
Milwaukee in the lead. In the corner, Middleton with it. Puts it up from 12, and another basket for Milwaukee.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
At the top of the key, Korkmaz. Down low, here's Howard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Green, he's checked in for Korkmaz. Seth Curry comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. And he makes the first.
Well, free throwing was never a strength of Howard's game.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Buck shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Simmons against DiVincenzo. Here's Portis. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Portis has got his first points in this one. Simmons left side. And Simmons slams it in.
Look at that burst of speed. Look how well Simmons used that to get to the lane he wanted to get to the rim. You're going to pay for it.
Now here's DiVincenzo. 17 points for him last game against Boston. Kicks it to Forbes. Shot clock at 5. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Middleton can't get it to go. The 76ers trail. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Green's got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers. Forbes the pass to Connaughton. Antetokounmpo looking it over. On the wing, Holiday. And Forbes kicks to Giannis. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Connaughton. Rips down the breakaway slam.
When someone's open, Lopez will find using his height to see over the defense.
Outside, Simmons. Outside, Curry. Simmons against Giannis. Poked loose. Green dishes to Simmons. Lobbed up there for Howard. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Now, this is the chemistry Howard has with his guys. Fantastic at realizing when to go for alley-oops.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Harris is checked in for Mike Scott. Giannis with it, picked up by Harris. Here's Giannis. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Here's Simmons, and he banks in the layup. Simmons got the lead, back up to 2 now for the 76ers.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Middleton outside.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
And Curry, here we go. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. We'll see you after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 11 points. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. That team's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Philadelphia. They've got Seth Curry. Harris is out there with Howard. And it's Green, and it's Simmons in at the 1 spot.
That's just the sheer strength of Simmons. And to try to tie him down, he's going to fight hard for every bucket.
And the Bucks making a change here. Forbes checked in for Philadelphia. They have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Middleton the pass to Forbes. Middleton against Curry, and the shot goes in.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Friday, they'll host the Boston Celtics. And then on Saturday, they'll host the New York Knicks.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Howard dishes to Harris. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Simmons. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
And you risk getting dunked on, posterized. I mean, if you let Portis get good positioning, don't be surprised.
Simmons looking it over. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Bobby Portis. The 76ers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
I mean, what you can appreciate about Simmons is his all-around game. I mean, he can score, he can pass, I mean, he can rebound, and he does it all at an efficient rate.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Reed is checked in for Howard. Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Green. And it's Shake Milton in for Curry.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
And the dunk by Reed.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
DiVincenzo kicks to Lopez. Back to DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. And Lopez throws it down.
I like the show of ferocity from Lopez. Whenever he plays down there with fire, it's infectious.
Here's Simmons. Holiday with the block. They get it back. Right side Simmons. Inside. And the dunk by Reed.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And here they go. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
It's Giannis with the drive.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Maxey passes to Korkmaz. Dishes it to Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Lopez. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
That's an unforced error. That will drive a coach crazy. You got to play heads up out there.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And here's Maxey. He's still scoreless so far in this one. A nice shot by Reed.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Portis. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Milton the pass to Scott. Back to Milton. To the paint. Here's Reed. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Holiday. P.J. Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Donte DiVincenzo. And it's Portis in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Middleton. He can't hit that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Drew Holiday.
He's an explosive, athletic guard, and I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Thibault, the pass to Howard. And the layup's good off the glass. Howard's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Middleton on the wing. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
This is getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Maxey passes to Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
Outside Holiday. Portis trying to free himself. The shot by Holiday, no good.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Maxey passes to Howard. Stolen by Middleton. Down Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. And the first one drops.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Howard. Korkmaz comes in for Green. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. The wide open look here for Holiday. No good on the 3.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard. How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And it's blocked by Simmons.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Portis.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the dunk by Giannis.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
And Simmons kicks to Korkmaz. Right side Scott. To the middle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, look, he's almost 7 feet tall. Simmons is a tough guard. I mean, you got to be careful not to get too physical.
Reedy's checked in for the 76ers. So it's the Bucks now. They trail by 6. Middleton the pass to Giannis. To the inside. Portis, and it's blocked. Curry with it. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Bucks trail by 4. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. And they double up Simmons. The feed to Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Giannis. They get the rebound. Lopez inside. Harris is there. 6 to shoot. Holiday attacking. Here's Lopez. Got it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Outside for Simmons. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo for the finish. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the 76ers. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Seth Curry.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
Antetokounmpo against Simmons. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Demonstrating how valuable he is in the clutch. Simmons is calm, cool, and collected in these moments.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Timeout called, the 76ers. The score knotted at 60. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Playing to his strengths on the offensive end. Simmons, I mean, an added bonus whenever he catches fire.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Guys, what's your take?
And the only chance here is a lob at the front of the rim. A tip in to tie the game. There's not enough time to get a catch and shoot.
So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game.
Presentation of the NBA.
Certainly one of the most beautiful structures in the most historic city in the U.S. That's City Hall here in... And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lou Williams.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Clint Capella is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Hunter. Then it's Williams. And it's Collins in at the 3. And for the 76ers, Tobias Harris is out there with Howard. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Green, and it's Curry in at the shooting guard. And it's Capella missing. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And Howard with the stuff.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
Williams scanning the floor. Capella. And he uses the glass on the layup.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Williams attacking. Now Capella. He's coming off a 25-point game against Sacramento.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Out to Harris. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Howard, good. Howard's got his second basket.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Williams dishes to Hunter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points. Now, here's Maxey, guarded closely. He feeds it to Harris. Collins grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 4. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. In the third spot, the Hawks. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
I mean, both of these clubs rebounding at such a high rate. They're not just creating second chance opportunities, but even third and fourth opportunities at times. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Young, and he comes up with the deuce.
He does a good job of making quick reads and quick decisions off ball screens. Young always looking under control.
Maxey passes to Scott, and he gets the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. They trail by 6. Down low, here's Okongwu.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
50 seconds left in the first. Korkmaz, no good. The Hawks trail by 4. Bogdanovich dishes to Okongwu. There's the triple. And Bogdanovich, the bucket on the assist by Okongwu. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Maxey passes to Milton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. That one goes in.
Unlike some great perimeter shooters, Trae Young is consistently probing for the best look.
Maxey passes to Korkmaz. And it's Scott with the jam.
And it's definitely been a shootout here. The first team that actually starts playing some defense may end up having the edge.
Young with no one around. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
On the court right now for the Hawks. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Tony Snell is out there with Hunter. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Simmons against Young. Lets it go from the wing. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. Williams comes in for Trae Young. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Williams dishes to Capella. He kicks to Hunter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the 76ers. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, Atlanta. And they're down 4 spots from them.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, they've made such...
Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down right there.
And stolen by Howard. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Simmons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Philadelphia shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like John Moran, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Tobias Harris is checked in for the 76ers.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
14 feet away, and the basket by Harris. Harris has got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
Just a solid all-around jump shooter. Tobias working over that mid-range area.
Hunter kicks to Williams. And they get it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Passes it to Harris. Howard against Capella. Curry wide open. Howard. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got 8.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Williams passes to Capella. Back to Williams. Over Thibault at the tip. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. 76ers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Mark Moss, he's checked in for Green. And it's Shake Milton in for Matisse Thybulle. Young's checked in for Atlanta. Here's the floater. And yes, it's good. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Doesn't have to get all the way downhill to the rim to be effective because Trae Young has a trademark floater.
Harris outside. Pass to Howard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
It's his first trip to the line.
And the former first overall pick in the 04 draft, Howard has had a stellar career, a dominant force who continues to frustrate the opposition.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Maxi's checked in.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And that one is good. And it's 6 points for Clint Capella.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with his offense.
Now, here's Maxey, defended by Young. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Scotty's checked in for Dwight Howard. Here's Milton, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And the 76ers lead by 11.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. And the 76ers with some changes. Reed comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Collins comes in for Gallinari. Bogdanovich is checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Tony Snell.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Woo, the timing of Young's passes in pick and roll. Absolutely impeccable.
And so, thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, for the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points. They can... And that'll...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
They've got Howard. Tobias Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Curry. And it's Simmons in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
And finished off by Collins.
John Collins is one of those guys. When he leaves the floor, he just keeps going up.
It's Curry with the drive, and Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Curry looking it over. Simmons inside. Gallinari on him. He blocks it again. And they'll keep possession. Harris.
Ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts. That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Howard against Capella. Williams passes to Capella. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Capella's got 10 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Simmons dishes to Howard. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And Philadelphia making a change here. Eibel's checked in. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Atlanta. The Hawks trail by 7. And that's an intentional foul. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Gallinari. Williams finds Capella. Yep, that one goes in there. He has 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Taken away by Williams. Pushing it up. Here's Huerter. And he gets it to go. Huerter's got his first 2 points of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Young is subbed in for Lou Williams. Here's Milton. The shot, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
Right there.
Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Young. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Now, here's Maxey. Tight defense on him. Reed up and in on the layup. Reed's got his first bucket in this one.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Young pass to Okongwu. Young dishes to Okongwu. And he gets the whistle. 2. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Young. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that could lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hunter kicks to Young. To the paint. Here's Collins. It's hauled in by Harris. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Thibault. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 3-point 76ers lead. Young with the ball. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 14.
Scouting report is be physical with Trae Young. And every night he finds ways to still make plays.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Williams. Gallinari is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Collins, and it's Hunter in at the 2 guard. And stolen by Harris. Simmons against Gallinari. And Simmons slams it in.
He's an absolute gym rat. Simmons is relentless in his pursuit to dominate really all phases of the game and improving with his scoring.
Here's Capella. Knocked away. And here now is Thibault. Williams with the steal. And now Gallinari pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Rejected by Harris.
Great position on that play from Tobias. Challenging the shot and getting a piece of it.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Hawks making a switch here. Snell's checked in. Outside for Simmons. Shot clock at 6. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Williams with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead has got back down to 5 as they get the points there from Lou Williams. Simmons with it. Gallinari on him. He's feeling it. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hunter the pass to Gallinari. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Now, here's Hunter. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Capella.
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
Howard finds Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Green. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Shake Milton. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Bruno Fernando comes in for Gallinari. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Hunter. And Trae Young subbed in for Lou Williams. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're down by 5. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Dwight Howard.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And Scott has it in the corner. A beautiful reverse layup. And the 76ers lead by 7.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Young. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Trae Young doesn't get rattled and plays very well under pressure.
Simmons inside. He's guarded by Collins. Howard in the post. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Young, and it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
On defense, Philadelphia. Shot by Collins, no good. Here's Scott. Out to the right wing. Here's Korkmaz. From outside, off the mark. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
High post, Howard. And he commits the intentional foul. And the 76ers with some changes. Harris is checked in for Scott. Green comes in for Korkmaz, and Curry subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. Harris dishes to Howard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Lets a floater go, and it's laid up and in by Young.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Feeds to Howard. Outside for Curry. And it's denied. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. So Philadelphia wins it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted and
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Hello, basketball fans. You've got... And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the point guard. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the small forward position.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe, GA, the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick-and-roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end. Now, the threat of Trae Young, we talk so much about gravity in the NBA. It's unlocking some other scoring options. Strong take.
Now here's Giannis. Last game we saw him score 13. And the dunk by Giannis.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Young outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch. Great defense. Stingy was Hunter on that play, and a great reaction. That's firing his team up. Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Giannis. The shot off that time, so the Hawks will take it the other way.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And finished off by Collins.
Pretty good body control from the big man as Collins stays focused on the rim.
Here's Connaughton. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Holiday finds Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And there's the pass to Holiday. Lock at 6. Bucks passing it around. Trying to get open is Lopez. And it's Giannis missing.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Stolen by Collins. And here we go. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Now get that out of there. That's all timing right there. Drew Holiday continuing hustle play.
And Capella sends it back, and he's able to get it back. Lopez. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Collins passes to Herter. Here's Young. Capella trying to free himself up. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Giannis outside. To stop the drought, and he lays it up and in.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Atlanta leading by 4. Young outside. Capella kicks to Young. Takes the 3. Another miss by Young.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Now here's Collins. Over Holiday, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Then for the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for John Collins. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Williams in for Trae Young. Here's DiVincenzo. Gallinari making his last shot. Count it.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Williams dishes to Bogdanovic. Passes it to Capella. The kick out to Williams. And here is Capella. He's coming off a 25-point game against Sacramento.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Hawks. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me. I'm able to.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Forbes in at the 1. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Pass to Portis. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Sinks the triple. Middleton's got 5 points in the quarter.
See how skilled Middleton is, ready to pull the trigger, and the defense is going to have to do better.
Here's Williams. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. The Bucks trail. Here is Forbes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. To the inside. Here's Okongwu. Can't hit from in close. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against Boston.
Yeah, but what a tremendous effort, Kevin. I thought they were coming all the way back. Such a terrific fourth quarter of basketball, but they just could not get over the hump.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son 6 in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we can start to chisel out the sixth men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
And Portis throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here. It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's the break. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Young's shot is off.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I don't know, 2 strides, 3 strides, what was that? Giannis covering some ground.
Young looking it over. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 6.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. Bucks passing it around. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
It's interesting as Giannis has grown in this league. The Greek Freak we know is so versatile, just competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. And Hunter subbed in for Tony Snell. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
Here's Young. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Here's Herter, defended by DiVincenzo. Young passes to Capella.
And Lopez doing what he can to just be disruptive out there, distracting shooters.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Bucks. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but that's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
On the court for Atlanta, Young and Herder make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at center. To the middle. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
Bucks leading by 3. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Here's Lopez, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Lopez has got his second bucket tonight.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Young dishes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Here's Young. It's good. Young's got 8 points.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Antetokounmpo against Collins. It's good. And the Bucks lead by 3. Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
Antetokounmpo against Collins. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I mean, just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
Hunter kicks to Young. Feeds it to Capella. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Lopez. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that field, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
Well, when you're given the ball as much as Lou Williams has gotten it through the years, he's experienced enough to make those kind of plays.
Hawks have gone as spotless, 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. Count that bucket, and it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now. Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Middleton against Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got 8 points.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And it's sent back by Lopez. They recover it.
Staying aggressive,
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Portis is checked in for Brook Lopez. And Forbes has it in the corner. Back to Tucker. 5 on the clock. Middleton can't get it to go. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. It's a 5-point game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Molinari finds Capella. Here's Williams. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, this is what gets his teammates going. The veteran Williams shaking and making the defense work.
Here's Middleton. And the Bucks miss again. Clint Capella has been leading the charge for the Atlanta Hawks. He comes away. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Portis in the post. He's guarded by Collins. DiVincenzo passes to Portis.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Young dishes to Collins. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Tucker. Chalk up 2 there. Tucker's got his first bucket of the night.
Such opportunistic basketball right there, and that's when they desperately needed it.
Here's Young. Up again, and Collins is right there. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Holiday. Basket counts. Holiday's got his first 2 points.
Flawless pick and roll motion there, executed to perfection by Drew Holiday.
Young against Holiday. Here's Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists in the game. Outside Holiday. Here's Portis. Back to Holiday. Portis, the pass to Holiday. And the layup's good off the glass. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
Such a smart offensive play right there. When Holiday sees that chance open up right there, he's all over.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Giannis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And a change for the Hawks. Capella's checked in, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
He's been incredible in this half. Anytime he pulls up from outside, you think that's bottoms.
Here's Giannis. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
Holiday against Young. Young is double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Bucks now. Right side, Antetokounmpo. That shot off the mark. The Hawks leading by 5. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Capella out left to the wing. Hunter dishes to Collins. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Holiday. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Now it's just a 3-point Atlanta lead.
And you have to love how Holiday came up big with the shot. That's the kind of leadership you want to see from him.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. Forbes checked in, and a switch here also for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for John Collins. Young inside, guarded by Holiday. Capella with the bucket.
I would say that Trae Young's pick and roll game is fairly advanced for a player his age. What a treat to watch.
And stolen by Okongwu. Goes up, and the dunk by Capella.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Tony Snell comes in for Hunter. And it's Williams in for Kevin Huerter. Snell, the pass to Hill. Back to Snell. Young against Holiday. With the floater, and it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got the lead up to 9 now for Atlanta.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Trae Young wants to be a leader, but it's not about wanting it. You have to show it on a consistent basis so your teammates start to look towards you.
They get a hand on it. And Forbes kicks to Antetokounmpo. Middleton for 3. The offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
It's weird to say it, but the sheer length of Giannis can put the defense in a really bad position. So hard to defend without fouling.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the gap to 7.
You know, the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Williams scanning the floor. Giannis outside. Back to Forbes. Puts up a 3. No good there. And so the Hawks take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the bound.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the 76. And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 slot. And for the 76ers, they've got Tobias Harris. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry. Then it's Green, and it's Howard in at the center. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Here's Connaughton. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Curry. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Giannis drives in. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And the shot goes down.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Simmons with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
That one goes. Count it. Here's Simmons. He's coming off a 22-point game against Golden State.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work.
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
You really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And the 76ers making a change here. Maxi's checked in. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Milwaukee. The Bucks working the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Howard against Lopez. And it's sent back by Howard.
Excellent timing by Howard. He knows exactly when to jump to deny shot attempts.
Count it, good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. And it's Shake Milton in for Seth Curry. The Bucks also changing it up. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. This is his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Now, here's Maxey, guarded by Holiday. Maxey passes to Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Howard determined to punish the rim and scare off defenders when he gets inside. Watch out now.
Middleton left side. Philadelphia leading by 6. Here's Milton. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Middleton. The Bucks getting another chance here.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Howard, good. Howard's got his second basket of the night.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Milton the pass to Korkmaz. Back to Milton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Middleton with it, the 10-footer. Basket, good.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision-making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. 76. All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Mike Scott out there with Howard. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Maxey. And it's Milton in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. And Simmons kicks to Scott. Passes it to Milton. Shoots up and in with the jumper near the hoop. He's got 6.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Harris comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Seth Curry in for Shake Milton. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
And here is DiVincenzo. 17 points for him last game against Boston. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Green, he's checked in for Simmons. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. The 76ers leading by 9. Scott with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And the shot goes in.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor like an Olympic track star, covering up so much ground with those long strides the way he does.
And that one good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Bucks trail by 9. Now here's Giannis. He had 13 points in the win against Boston.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Maxey. Defense is right there. Clock at 6. Green left side. And Lopez pulls it down. And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee. 7-point differential. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Well, composure, execution, efficiency in a tight ball game is typically what's going to determine the winner.
Howard, good.
This is where Howard does the most damage. With his height and length and athleticism, how do you guard him inside?
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Harris. And foul on the shot. So, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First one falls for him. And Harris drops them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Portis finds Holiday. Here's Middleton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Middleton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, when you shoot the ball as well as Middleton does, you want to be hungry and looking for your shots. I mean, shot hungry is a good thing when you've got the stroke that he has, mid-range and long distance.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Now Middleton. That one drops for him.
Man, I tell you what, Middleton does a nice job using his length inside. You know, when he gets in a good spot, he's a high percentage shooter from there.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson. From the get-go, it was Philadelphia who came out strong. They launched into a 6-0 run. And that...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo is out there with Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the small forward. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for him.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Harris. Outside, Simmons. The pass to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around.
Antetokounmpo against Green. And the dunk by Giannis.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And it's sent back by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play. Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've led by as much as 10. And Simmons slams it in.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And quite honestly, guys, Antetokounmpo Get that name right, folks. He's one of the most unique, talented players in the league. I mean, long arms, which really create a lot of problems for the defenders, whether he's passing or shooting.
And the 76ers making a change here. Eibel's checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Howard, that's good.
There's an example of that strength that Dwight Howard possesses. I love seeing him fight through contact.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 19. Simmons with the defensive effort.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
The 76ers leading by 3.
And that corner three, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And, Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's Curry outside. The shot will not fall. Bucks trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Holiday dishes to Giannis. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz checked in for Matisse Thybulle. Shake Milton comes in for Seth Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons. Shoots from 12. No good off the back of the rim. The Bucks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Middleton. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Howard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Milton the pass to Howard. Now, here's Maxey. Inside. Fader on the way. Another miss by Philadelphia. Bucks trail by 3. And Middleton, the basket on the assist from Tucker. Middleton's got 10.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
17 seconds left to play here in the third. Maxey passes to Harris. The 76ers with another miss. And it's the Bucks on the break. Middleton leading the charge.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. 76ers lead by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Green. Korkmaz is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Maxey in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And here's Maxey. That one good for 2.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
They get the rebound. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. The 76ers lead. Milton finds Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Not settling for the layup. Sometimes you got to go strong, and Harris gets the chance to stuff it there. He didn't let it slip by him.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Green. Here's Middleton, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Middleton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's Maxey. Not a lot of room. He feeds it to Harris. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Harris has really become much more adept at finishing hard shots. Great focus there.
Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
Now, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Danny Green. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. Lopez with the steal. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Bucks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Thybulle finds Howard. And Giannis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of games.
Here's Simmons. And he banks in the layup.
Cool as they come, Ben Simmons loves taking these big shots.
Giannis with it. And it's blocked by Simmons. Got a piece of it. Outside for Curry. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Antetokounmpo against Simmons. To the paint. Thybulle, the pass to Howard. Outside for Simmons. Kept alive. Here's Thybulle. And the rejection by Giannis.
Huge turnover at really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
Tobias Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Back to Simmons. That shot off, and Milwaukee will come the other way. Here's Holiday. It's in!
Boy, it's just a fantastic effort they're getting from Drew Holiday right now.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And it's Simmons penetrating. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, I tell you what, the combination of speed, mobility, and strength that Simmons has is special in a 6'9" frame. He's terrific at using all of that to bully defenses.
So it's the Bucks now. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Giannis right side. Holiday finds Antetokounmpo. And here is Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The putback, yes!
Guys, this is why they go to Harris. They know he's going to find a way to come up clutch. Count it.
Giannis outside. Oh, missed it. Harris outside. Pass to Curry. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win and
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. It's the NBA on 2K. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lou Williams.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Simmons. Howard is out there with Harris. Then it's Green, and it's Curry in at the shooting guard. And for Atlanta, Collins is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Hunter. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Herter in at the 1. Herter passes to Capella. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And as we come down the home stretch, some teams in position for the playoffs. How do you prepare for those young players who haven't been there yet, are wide-eyed and learning as they go?
You know, I'm not sure there's any preparing for it. I mean, they're going to be expected to contribute. You've got to be prepared from the standpoint of knowing your assignments, and because there's so much more information today, that does help. But the reality is they've already given the coaching staff a reason to think they have what it takes to help them make a run.
Collins finds Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And I mean, what can you do? Capella's agility, I mean, in the pick and roll, it's impressive.
Simmons looking it over. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And this is where Capella excels. Close to the rim, uses his size well to dunk it.
Outside, Simmons. Floats it up for Curry. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Finished off the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Simmons passes to Green. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Williams dishes to Capella. Out to Gallinari. Back to Capella. Howard with the steal. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Collins. Here's Curry. Again, Philadelphia.
That's the savvy veteran Green. He's able to spot when his teammates aren't being covered. That's a nice read right there.
Herter passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Simmons left side, and Howard with the stuff.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Collins finds Capella. Curry against Williams. Back to Capella. Gallinari right side. 6 to shoot. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Herter. And it goes down 2 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The 76ers trail. Outside, Simmons. To the inside, Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And Howard can still wreck the rim when he gets in deep.
And so it's Gallinari with it. They'll bring it up for the Hawks. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
Yeah, controlling the flow of second chance opportunities is the key. I mean, something they'll try to replicate tonight.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Gallinari. Bogdanovich comes in for John Collins. Hunter's checked in for Williams. Young is subbed in for Kevin Herter. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. fast break. Here they come. The kick out to Young. Pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
That is a great finish. Capella has a man draped all over him and still finds a way to get the ball in the bucket.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 fouls, and we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
Tony Snell's checked in for Capella. Wilton the pass to Scott. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Yeah, he's a nice pay raise this summer for Bogdan Bogdanovic. I mean, wings of his skill level, highly valued in today's game.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. 23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Milton finds Thibault. It's deflected.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Bogdanovic wide open. No good on the triple. Here's Korkmaz. Good on the triple. Clint Capella has been leading the charge for Atlanta. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Will return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Scott. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Maxey. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Korkmaz in at the 4. Now, here's Maxey. He's covered by Bogdanovic. Scott can't get it to go.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Feeds to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
And Bogdanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And so here is Philadelphia. 6-point game. Pass to Scott. Shot clock at 6. The layup off target. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now here's Okongwu. He's covered closely. Young taking his time here. To the middle. The shot by Okongwu, no good. Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Young. Finished off the break. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta.
Oh, great feed by Snell. Using that experience he's gained in this league to see the court well.
There's the feed to Scott. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
One shot.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the technical free throw is good. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. And the 76ers also making a change. Curry's checked in for Maxey. Here's Herter. And Curry pulls it down.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Oh, this is where Simmons does the most damage. I mean, he's an electrifying, dynamic transition player who torches defense.
On the wing, Williams. Guarded by Simmons. Williams kicks to Gallinari. Capella, the pass to Herter. 4 on the shot clock. Capella inside. He's guarded by Howard. And it's Capella missing. Here's Harris. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Harris has got his second bucket of the game to go. The Hawks leading by 3. Williams looking around. Pass to Capella. Gallinari against Curry. Back to Capella. It's stolen by Green. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
The defenders have to be aware of Green's active hands. He seems to time his steals perfectly.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game. And Collins gets double-teamed. Yes, that goes in.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one falls for Collins. 1:14 left in the second quarter. Simmons inside. He's against Williams. Gallinari with the steal. Jumps up and finished off by Collins.
The play in transition from Collins is impressive. He gets down the court with such speed and then finishes it so strong.
Simmons can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 6. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Gallinari. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Herter. Young is subbed in for Williams. Korkmaz, he's checked in for the 76ers. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Curry. Here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Young outside. Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Collins. 6 to shoot. Young right side. Another shot. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. With 1 on the clock. And it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got 6 points.
And the work ethic coming into play there. I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
So we've reached the end of the first. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Clint Capella had it going on in the first quarter. He had 11 points, 4 rebounds. And that does it for our...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Clint Capella has been sensational.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Gallinari is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Collins. Then there's Hunter. And it's Herter in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Herder passes to Capella, and it's blocked by Simmons.
But the reach of Simmons, I mean, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And Simmons drops them both. And the Hawks making a change here. Williams is checked in. Mike Scott's checked in for the 76ers. Stolen by Collins. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And that one's good. Green.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Gallinari dishes to Hunter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Gallinari outside. The pass to Williams. And stolen by Simmons. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And it's good, 2 points.
They've been very sharp to start the half. A perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
On the wing, Williams. Out to Gallinari. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
So savvy inside for a player of his size, and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Green. Outside, Simmons. Dishes to Scott. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Williams gets the bucket.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Simmons. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Embracing the physicality of the game. Simmons, he's used to getting knocked around a bit on the way up, but he's okay.
Williams passes to Capella. No good. Shot missing. And Philadelphia the other way now. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. That'll be the 4th game in a 7-game road trip.
Like whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a poster.
Pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
In the corner, Simmons with it. 1:35 left here in the third quarter. And so they foul intentionally. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Then for the 76ers, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Mike Scott. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Ben Simmons. 2 points. That one goes.
Oh, some high IQ basketball from Bogdanovich. Moves the ball to the wide open man for an assist.
And Howard with the stuff.
Now, this is the chemistry Howard has with his guys. Fantastic at realizing when to go for alley-oop.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. High, arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Young's got 8.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Maxey passes to Howard. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Now look, once Howard establishes himself inside, it's a problem, which is why the defense chooses to foul.
And the 76ers making a change here. Green's checked in. So it's Atlanta now. They've led by as much as 10. Young left side. He dishes it to Okongwu. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Now, here's Thibault. He's covered by Bogdanovich. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And that one misses. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Shake Milton. He hits the second from the line.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Young with the ball. And it's Howard picking him up. Okongwu dishes to Young. And it's good for 2. He's got 10.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Curry passes to Howard. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Oh, it's going to take more than that to stop Howard. He's excellent at fighting off the defense.
Here's Young. And there it is for him. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Howard is out there with Green. Then it's Curry. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in at the small forward spot.
A little bit of a throwback evening for Howard. Has all of his moves working here tonight.
Young. And Curry pulls it down. And so Curry will bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 6. Thybulle, the pass to Green. Now the dish to Howard. Pass to Korkmaz. Howard trying to free himself up. Count it.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And it's in there. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Howard. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Young pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Capella has a nice array of moves and shots to choose from.
The 76ers trail by 6. Curry passes to Thybulle. Young with the steal. And stolen by Howard. Korkmaz. Good D by Bogdanovich. Hawks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Alinari, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Collins comes in for Bojan Bogdanovich. And it's DeAndre Hunter in for Trae Young.
And you got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, where he makes his living blocking shots.
Here's Thybulle, and Capella sends it back. It's stolen by Harris. And that one's good. Thybulle.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
You know, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Clint Capella.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu comes in for Clint Capella, and Trae Young subbed in for Kevin Huerter. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Those are big. I mean, turns into a 2-possession game.
Young passes to Okongwu. We've got 1:48 left here in the fourth quarter. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Thibault kicks to Simmons. Harris trying to get free, and that one drops for him. Simmons got 22 points.
Rising to the challenge. This is where young players like Simmons need to make their mark.
Young's shot is off. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Green, he's checked in for the 76ers. Seth Curry comes in for Matisse Thibault.
This is what great players do. Howard relishes the chance to hit these important shots.
Young outside. Passes it to Okongwu. Back to Young. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
And they double up Simmons. Howard trying to free himself up. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They thought they could count on him to make crucial shots.
Here's Okongwu. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Young. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. So for the Hawks, Bruno Fernando comes in for Gallinari. And Tony Snell subbed in for John Collins. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. They lead by 1. And an intentional foul right there.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
I mean, you look at their all-around game of Harris. He's even really good from the free throw line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And it's going to come down to a 3-point attempt. I mean, what a huge moment to come through at the line.
Hunter with it. Now the pass to Snell. No good from 3-point territory. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game.